Welcome to Bible and Body in the Year, day 32. Starting a new month, and we're gonna be in Exodus again today. I think 27. Yeah, 27, and gonna be doing legs. So let's get started.
Exodus 27.
Okay, warm it up.
And thou shalt make an altar of shittim wood, 5 cubits long,
A nice
5
wide
cubits
squat.
broad. The altar shall
Drop
be
squat.
foursquare, and the height thereof shall be 3 cubits. And thou shalt make the horns of it upon the 4 corners thereof. His horns shall be the same, and thou shalt overlay it with brass. And thou shalt make his pans to receive his ashes, and his shovels, and his basins, and his flesh hooks, and his fire pans. All the vessels thereof thou shalt make of brass. And thou shalt make for it a great network of brass, and upon the net shalt thou make 4 brazen rings in the 4 corners
Swing
thereof.
the leg.
And thou
Forward
shalt
and
put
back.
it under the compass of the altar beneath,
You probably
that
did
the
this
net
one
may
in
be
June.
even to the midst of the altar. And thou shalt make staves for the altar, staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with brass. And the staves shall be put into the rings, and the staves shall be upon the 2 sides of the altar to bear it. Hollow with boards shalt thou make it, as it was shown thee in the mount, so shall they make it. And thou shalt make the court of the tabernacle for the south side. Southward there shall be hangings for the court of fine twined linen, of 100 cubits long for one side. And the 20 pillars thereof, and their 20 sockets shall be of brass. The hooks of the pillars, and the fillets shall be of silver. And likewise for the north side in length there shall be hangings of 100 cubits long, and his 20 pillars, and their 20 sockets of brass. The hooks of the pillars, and their fillets of
And
silver.
those leg swings again.
And for the breadth of the court on the west side shall be hangings of 50 cubits, their pillars 10, and their sockets 10. And the breadth of the court on the east side eastward shall be 50 cubits. The hangings of one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And on the other side shall be hangings 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And for the gate of the court shall be an hanging of 20 cubits of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen, wrought with needlework. And their pillars shall be 4, and their sockets 4.
Down
All
on
the
the ground.
pillars round about the court shall be filleted with silver. Their hooks shall be of silver, and their sockets of brass.
Inside
The length of the
line.
court shall be 100 cubits, and the breadth 50
And
everywhere.
so
And the height 5 cubits of fine twined linen, and their
we'll
sockets
do
of brass.
80
All
adductors.
the vessels of the tabernacle, and
Little
all the
plank
service
kick.
thereof, and all the pins thereof, and all the pins of the court shall be of brass. And thou shalt command the children of Israel that they bring thee pure oil, olive beaten for the light, to cause the lamp to burn always. In the tabernacle of the congregation without the veil, which is before the testimony,
Let's do
Aaron
one
and his
side
sons
then
shall
the
order
other.
it from evening to morning before the Lord.
So do
It
those
shall be a statute forever
adductors.
unto their generations on the behalf of the children of Israel. Exodus 28. And
lift.
take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother,
Adductors.
and his sons with him, from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons. And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled
Also,
with the
okay, go
spirit
to
of
knees.
wisdom, that they may make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, and an ephod, and a robe, and a broidered coat, a mitre, and a girdle. And they shall make holy garments for
plank
Aaron thy
extension.
brother and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And they shall take gold, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine linen. And they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet, and fine twined linen with cunning work. It shall have the 2 shoulder pieces thereof joined at the 2 edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together. And the curious girdle of the ephod which is upon it shall be of the same, according to the work thereof, even of gold,
adductors,
blue, and purple, and
adductors,
scarlet, and fine
and
twined
mirror.
linen. And thou shalt take 2 onyx stones, and grave on them the names of the children of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the other 6 names of the rest on the other stone, according to their birth. With the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet, shalt thou engrave
Yeah.
the 2 stones with the names of the
Abductors.
children of Israel.
Like your
Thou
knee.
shalt
I'm
make
taking a
them to
knee
be
today.
set in ouches of gold. And thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for stones of memorial unto the children of
Sides.
Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. And thou shalt make ouches of gold,
Abductor left.
and 2 chains of pure gold at the ends. Of wreathen work shalt thou make them, and fasten the wreathen chains to the ouches. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work. After the work of the ephod thou shalt make it of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine
Abductors.
twined linen shalt thou make it.
Knee
4 square,
or foot.
it shall be being doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set in it settings of stones,
And
even
plank.
4 rows of stones.
Hip
The first row
extension.
shall be a sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This shall be the first row. And the second row shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row a ligure, an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall
Okay.
be set in
Last
gold
one
in their
here.
enclosings. And the
Side
stone
line.
shall be with the names
Yeah,
of the
down here
children
is
of
your
Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings
go.
of a signet. Every one with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate chains at the ends of wreathen work of pure gold. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and shalt put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate.
Up, up.
And thou shalt put the 2
Abductors.
wreathen chains of gold in the 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastplate. And the other 2 ends of the 2 wreathen chains thou shalt fasten in the 2 ouches, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod before it. And thou shalt make 2 rings of gold. And thou shalt put them upon the 2 ends of the breastplate, in the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward. And 2 other rings of gold thou shalt make, and shalt put them on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath, toward the forepart thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, above the curious girdle of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate by the rings thereof unto the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, that it may be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate be not loosed from the ephod. And Aaron shall bear the
Hip
names of the
extension.
children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart, when he goeth in unto the holy place for a memorial before the Lord continually. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart, when he goeth in before the Lord. And Aaron shall
Gonna
bear
go
the judgment
finally
of the
to the
children of
weights.
Israel upon his heart
Set
before
two.
the Lord continually.
Squat
And thou
and
shalt
lift.
make the robe of the ephod all of blue.
And just heel
And there shall be an
intervals.
hole in the top of it, in the midst
So,
thereof. It
squat.
shall have a binding of woven work round about the whole of it, as it were the whole of an habergeon, that it be not rent. And beneath upon the hem of it thou shalt make pomegranates of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet round about the hem thereof, and bells of gold
There's
between
one.
them round about. A golden bell and a
All the way.
pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate, upon the hem of the robe round about. And it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goeth in unto the holy place before the Lord, and when he cometh out, that he die not. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, engrave upon it, like the engravings of a signet, holiness to the Lord. And thou shalt put it on a blue
And
lace,
then
that it
pop
may
up
be
the
upon the
ceiling
mitre,
corners.
upon the forefront of the mitre it shall be. And it shall be upon Aaron's forehead, that Aaron may bear the iniquity of the holy things, which the children of Israel shall hallow in all their holy gifts.
Okay.
And it shall be always
Yeah.
upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. And thou shalt embroider the coat of fine linen, and thou shalt make the mitre of fine linen, and thou shalt make the girdle of needlework. And for Aaron's sons thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make for them girdles, and bonnets
Good
shalt
luck.
thou make for them for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him, and shalt anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness, from the loins even unto the thighs they shall reach. And they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons when they come in
And
unto the
heel
tabernacle of the congregation, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place.
Your
That
balance.
they bear not iniquity and die. It shall be a statute forever unto him and his seed after him. Matthew 21.
One more time.
And
What?
when they drew nigh unto Jerusalem, and were come to Bethphage, unto the Mount of Olives, then
got
sent
this.
Jesus two disciples, saying unto them, Go into the village over against you, and straightway ye shall find an ass tied,
Deadlift.
and a coat with her. Loose them, and bring them unto me. And if any man say aught unto you, ye shall say, The Lord hath need of them, and straightway he will send them. All this was done, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet, saying, Tell ye the daughter of Zion, Behold, thy king cometh unto thee meek, and sitting upon an ass, and a coat, the foal of an ass. And the disciples went and did as Jesus commanded them, and brought the ass and the coat, and put on them
Last
their
one,
clothes,
just back
and they set him
lunges
thereon.
and butt kicks.
And a very great multitude
Back
spread their
forward.
garments in the way. Others cut down branches from the trees, and strawed them in the way.
Forward
And
side.
multitudes that went before
Backwards.
and that followed cried, saying, Hosanna
Back
to the Son
side.
of David! Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest! And when he was coming to Jerusalem, all the city was moved, saying, Who is this? And the multitude said, This is Jesus, the prophet of Nazareth of Galilee. And Jesus went into the temple of God, and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers, and the seats of them that sold doves, and said unto them, It is written, My house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. And when the chief priests and scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, and the children crying in the temple, and saying, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were sore displeased, and said unto him, Hearest thou what these say? And Jesus saith unto them, Yea, have ye never read, Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings thou hast perfected praise? And he left them, and went out of the city into Bethany, and he lodged there. Now in the morning as he returned into the city, he hungered. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it, and found nothing thereon, but leaves only, and said unto it, Let no fruit grow on thee henceforward forever.
Back to
And
back
presently
lunges.
the fig tree withered away.
Forward side.
And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, How
Backward
soon
side.
is the fig tree withered away?
Backward
Jesus answered
side.
and said unto them,
Forward side.
Verily I say unto you, if ye have faith, and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also, if ye shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done. In all things, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive. And when he was come into the temple, the chief priests
Keep
and
going,
the
you
elders
got
of the
it.
people came unto him as he was teaching, and said, By what authority doest thou these things? And who gave thee this authority? And Jesus answered and said unto them, I also will ask you one thing, which if ye tell me, I in likewise will tell you by what authority I do these things. The baptism of John, whence was it, from heaven or of men?
Butt kicks.
And they reasoned with themselves, saying, If we shall say, From heaven, he will say unto us, Why did ye not then believe him? But if we shall say, Of men, we fear the people, for all hold John as a prophet. And they answered Jesus and said, We cannot tell. And he said unto them,
Last
Neither tell I you
all the way around.
by what authority I do these things.
Here we go.
But what think ye? A certain man had 2 sons. And he came to the first and said, Son, go work today in my vineyard. He answered and said, I will not. But afterward he repented and went. And he came to the second and said likewise. And he answered and said, I go, sir, and went not. Whether of them twain did the will of his father? They say unto him, The first. Jesus saith unto them, Verily I say unto you, that the publicans and the harlots go into the kingdom of God before you. For John came unto you in the way of righteousness, and ye believed him not. But the publicans and the harlots believed him. And ye, when ye had seen it, repented not afterward that ye might believe him. Hear another parable.
One more round.
There was a certain householder which planted a vineyard, and hedged it round about, and digged a winepress in it, and built a tower, and let it out to husbandmen, and went into a far country. And when the time of the fruit drew
Okay.
near, he sent his servants to the husbandmen, that that they might receive the fruits of it.
Quads.
And the husbandman took his
Stretch.
servants and beat one,
Hold on.
and killed another, and stoned another. Again, he
Good
sent
work.
other servants, more than the first, and they did unto them likewise. But last of all, he sent unto them his son, saying, They will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, This is the heir, come, let us kill him, and let us seize on his inheritance. And they caught him, and cast him out of the vineyard, and slew him. When the Lord therefore the vineyard cometh, what will he do unto those husbandmen? They say unto him, He will miserably destroy those wicked men, and will let out his vineyard unto other husbandmen, which shall render him the fruits of their seasons. Jesus saith unto them, Did ye never read in the Scriptures, the stone which the builders rejected, the same is become the head of the corner? This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Therefore say I unto you, the kingdom of God shall be taken from you, and given to a nation, bringing forth the fruits thereof. And whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken, but on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder. And when the chief priests and Pharisees had heard his parables, they perceived that he spake of them. But when they sought to lay hands on him, they feared the multitude, because they took him for a prophet.
All right. Good work. Arms tomorrow. Have a great day.